Kikubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Nalor ka shlem ban hikai pentabet ban shnakali bat Mr. Reading, bat ki wei ki jing hikai ban sengkam lajong, ka Don Bosco Technical School Pynlong ka hikai sakomno ban su yakijan ki jing shna bat jing than. Ban penchlor ri ki samla bawan sha hikai, ka Don Bosco Technical School kala Pynlong ya ka Don Bosco Expo Council ha Don Bosco Hall, ha ka ba ka Deputy Commissioner ke East Kazales District ka kong isawanda lalu, kala longkum ka kong san bat play pat ba. Habakran ha ka ni kasngi ka kong isawanda ka penpaw ya ka jing smokmen bandon bentalang bat ka ni ka jaka ay jing hikai kabala slem tam ha ka than chatay lam mingi. Kala ongru ba ka ni ka jaka ay jing hikai kala pen mi bon ki samla ki balat tebet kum ha ka mystery welding ban shnalan ban shet king su jan bat ki wei. Kini ki samla haba kila pendep ya ke jing ay jing hikai haba ki mi shabar kila long ki baben hala ki jong ki benta. Shushu kala ongru baka por kala day ba iway pa iway ki day ban pentebet hala ijong ikam. Kala kenturu iki samla bakim day ban shushania tangha kakam sorkar. Henry ki day ban yang hala ki jong ki jan daga ba shim ya ki lat jing arab kum ka PMEGP bat ki wei. Kala ongru bakim day ban tieng Henry ban yang skem bat yat shakmat ban pen urlong ya ka jing temu ka bakidon.
I'm lucky to be a part of the history and the journey of this wonderful institution, which, as we have just heard, was one of the first vocational training institutes in Northeast. I feel this itself deserves a huge round of applause from all of you. Let us clap for your institute and for yourself. I was just inquiring about the number of students who are being trained in this institute, and Father Director also told me that in the month of August you will be inducting new students. From time to time we always hear the word, we always hear, DPTS students who have passed from DPTS go on to make a mark for themselves. It is one of the institutes which has made a name, and which we all hear about and which we are all proud of. And the reason is that from year to year, several graduates, several students who pass out of this institute are equipped to go into the world having acquired skills and tools and crafts which will stand them in good stead in their lives. We have heard Father speak about the value of the work of your hands, reaping the fruits of your labor. Not only, I feel, is this institute a tremendous asset to our city, our district, and our state, because it trains young boys and girls to equip themselves. It gives them the necessary life skills to go out into the world, to stand on their own two feet, to be able to eke out a livelihood for themselves, and also to work with dignity. We know now that in this day and age we have an employment crunch. You have heard about it, I think all of you know. It is no longer the time that we look forward only to government jobs. I keep saying this in the many programs I go to, that for every single government post, even say the post of a lower divisional assistant or a chokidar or a peon or even a driver, there are up to 500 to 1,000 aspirants, which is to say that the number of government jobs are dwindling, but the number of aspirants, the number of graduates, the number of educated youth is growing by the day, and we need to find meaningful and productive employment for all our young boys and girls who, as of today, form around 60 to 65% of our population. The time has come to realize that it is essential that each of us is equipped with skills which will stand us in good stead. The trades which were mentioned just now, carpentry, welding, CCTV technician, artisan, motor workshop, all these kinds of things have a huge value in our economy. I remember during the time of pandemic, when there was a lockdown, things were shut, We were not able to get access to even essential commodities very easily. Whenever something would go wrong, or whenever, say, our Xerox machine in the office would stop working, it'll be very difficult to scramble around to find out who was able to repair. So the value of a person who had the skill, the know-how, the knowledge and the expertise to work with his or her hands to come and do this work becomes so much more important at that time. So what I mean to say is that these are skills which in this growing economy, with the number of institutes which are proliferating, with the number of commercial establishments which are growing, will have a higher value in the days to come. There is always a pride and a dignity associated with any form of work, of any form of labor. And let me tell you, the things that you do with your hands, in fact, require so much more concentration, so much more skill, and so much more focus. I was reading the other day about how the attention span of our generation has gone down. Do you know what that means? It is because it is an age of instant information at the tip of our fingers. It is the age of instant gratification, right? We go on Facebook, we go on Instagram, all these different social media sites, we post a picture of ourselves, somebody presses like, and we are happy. That gives a shock to our system. We are excited that somebody has appreciated us, and we feel that the work is done. So it has become an age when we crave instant gratification, instant appreciation and applause, but we forget the value of long hours of hard work, trying to become the best at what you are doing. We say that the attention span of students have gone down so much. We can read barely half a page before we are distracted by an SMS or a phone call or a ping, from our friend on our favorite messaging platform. So here is when we realize the value of the many, many hours that a tradesman or a craftsman or a mechanic or an electrician put into their trade. It requires hours of labor, of intense concentration, and you realize that the end product is something like no other. When I was admiring recently some handicrafts which were brought to me from the wild areas, I mean, beautiful specimens, beautiful pieces which were so finely crafted and polished that each and every turn of the pot showed, immense craftsmanship. And I realized it is something that you do not acquire overnight. Creating something beautiful is not the work of just an hour or two. It is the work of many long hours, weeks, months, and even years. And that is where its value lies in the skill of the creator. You have heard, I think, one of my favorite poets, John Keats, said, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." Because when you look at a beautiful painting, when you look at a beautiful work of art, you realize that, there has been a certain craftsmanship which has gone into it. So what I want to say to you now is that all the hours of training and instruction which you have received, it is something which has honed you, which is teaching you by the day to take pride in your craft, right? And it should motivate you to improve yourself even more in the years to come. And many of this will also come only with practice, only with, a daily engagement in your skill. Whatever the tools and the trades you have learned from your instructors in this institution, please take pride in it. When you go out, aim to compete with the best. Do not presume that this is just something that, I have learned and I will go about my daily business. Take pride in it, right? Aim to become amongst the best, that people will look at your work and say that I have never had a more skillful or a more detailed or a more kind and generous beautician or hairdresser, right? Because they are invested in their work and they do it with their heart and soul. My message to all of you, before we leave and have a look at all the amazing products and tools which we are going to see is that please take pride in your craft, in the skills that you have learned. Aim to improve yourself each and every day. Each day will be a learning experience. Try to make the most of the resources which are available in this day and age. Many of you will go out and you will want to start maybe your own motor workshop, you will want to open your own shop, your own retail shop, and you will look about for loans and assistance. There are many government programs, schemes, subsidies. We have the PMEGP under the Directorate of Commerce and Industries, which provides loans to aspiring entrepreneurs who want to set up their own units and who will go on to employ other young boys and girls. I urge you to take the risks. Do not be afraid of these, of venturing into new avenues, and take the risk. Aim to improve yourself, and also do not be afraid to step out of your own comfort zone. Many times, through various skill training programs, through various, we have these empaneled partners from other states who come and give skill training to our young boys and girls. And many of these empanelments, or the training service providers, after they finish the training, they provide placement for these skilled boys and girls in different establishments around the country. And what we have seen for the Northeast, or for Meghalaya in particular, is a very low retention rate, which is to say that students will go very excited. They'll go to Chennai, Delhi, and after just 2-3 months, they'll say, I miss my mother, I miss home-cooked food, I miss dosliang domasi, so I want to come back home. It is too hot, I miss my friends. So we don't have that, let me call it the grit or the stamina to stay on and work hard and try to improve yourself even more. So we have many cases of young boys and girls who are sent to some of the best hotels, the best institutes, pharma companies, and other such places outside the state, but because it is a new environment, they do not stick it out. And I don't know whether I will succeed at the end of the day, right? And you see people around you having fun, maybe having achieved success, also taunting you, questioning your aims, your decisions, asking you, why do you want to stick to this? It has no hope. Very few people succeed. So there will always be challenges along the way. But please remember that if you have the dream, stick it out. Trust in yourself, trust in God, and you have the support of your friends, of your teachers, of your institute. I feel you should go ahead and have courage, the faith to overcome mountains, and one fine day, if you are dogged, if you are diligent, and you have that faith, you will definitely achieve the dream that you have set out to achieve. But please remember that it takes hard work, it takes dedication, and it takes commitment. Things may look very easy from the outside. People's achievements may look so effortless, especially when they put something on social media and it is so beautiful and colorful and it looks as if there has been no effort involved. But believe you me, things are not what they seem, right? What may appear beautiful, what may appear so easy is in fact the product of years and years of effort, of hard work, of single-minded focus, dedication, and discipline. Right? Discipline is so very important.
I know you don't think you're really fast, 'cause we don't look like the girls on the cover ones. But I wish I could show you what I see. Like a mirror to a fine painting. You got it. A walk of art. A walk of art. Oh, you got it. A walk of art. A walk of art. Oh, I want you to go
passionnya dari itu. Apa tangannya? Ya, atau push it up ya. Push it wrong. Yang passionnya. Ayo itu push it wrong. Sisit nih kan.